We have distributed the characters row by row, but we are reading in column by column method. The decryption key is going to decrypt the index value of the encryption key. Transposition ciphers do not change the frequency. You cannot change the frequency. Some repeated patterns will be there. If you have used same key, repeated patterns will be there. Hello students, welcome to the next class of Network Security. I am Dr. Soumyashree from Department of Computer Science, Vidhyashram College. In the last session, the topic of discussion was the transposition ciphers. You know about the substitution ciphers and the transposition ciphers in symmetric key ciphers, isn't it? Substitution ciphers is one where the ciphertext are going to substitute the characters of the plain text. Whereas in transposition ciphers, the ciphertext doesn't generate alternative characters. Instead of that, it is going to change the position of the characters in the plain text, isn't it? Again, in transposition ciphers, we have two types. One is keyless transposition cipher and keyed transposition cipher, isn't it? So, we have in keyless transposition cipher, we have the distribution of characters in row wise and reading in column wise, and distributing characters in column wise and reading in row wise, which generates a change of position in characters and generates the ciphertext. This is keyless. And another one is keyed transposition cipher, where you will be using a set of key to change the position. To which position the characters must be changed will be specified in the key, which helps you to change the position of the character, isn't it? So, in substitution, the characters are important and key is important. Here, along with key or without key, the position of the character is important. This was about the last session. In this session, I am going to explain you the combined approach of keyless and keyed transposition cipher. Along with that, we will get to know about the cryptanalysis of the transposition ciphers, how much it is vulnerable to the attacks. Alright, let us start with this session. Okay, we are combining two approaches. What are the two approaches? Is keyed transposition cipher and the keyless transposition cipher. Okay, here we have the combination of both the approaches. How do we going to implement these two approaches? Is there any common method? Is we have 3 steps in implementing these two approaches. How they are implemented is, first step, the text is divided into table or set of like a matrix and distributed in row wise. Okay, the text is converted into a table or matrix in the form of row. Alright, once the row is formed, permutation is done by reordering. Okay, this first step is keyless method is used. That means you are going to just distribute the text in the form of rows. In the next step, it will be permutating the cipher text or permutating the characters using the key. Okay, here in the second step, we are combining the keyed transposition cipher, keyless and keyed transposition. Once it is permutated, one changed position, then new table is read column by column. Again, this is the keyless transposition cipher, is it not? So we are going to do new table is read by column. We have distributed the characters row by row, but we are reading in column by column method. All right. This type of transposition cipher where we use both the key as well as the row and column wise distribution is generally called as keyed columnar transposition or columnar transposition ciphers. It is, you can use the name because both have the name keyless and key. Combining these two, we can name it as keyed columnar transposition. We are using key. Along with that, we are distributing like keyless. We can simply call it as keyed or much simpler columnar transposition ciphers. All right. How do we going to implement this method? Let us have a look at that method in this diagram using the same example that we have used in the previous example of the keyed transposition cipher. All right. Here we have the example enemy attacks tonight. Okay. For managing the text, we have added a bogus character in the end, that is Z. Okay. This message will be distributed in the form of a row. Okay. In the form of a row. Now, what is the next step? This is the first step. Writing row by row. Writing the message row by row. We have written that. Now, we are using the key to change the alignment of the row or alignment of the column because it is written row by row. Now, key will be applied to the columns. Column-wise transposition will be done. This will be done like this. The first column will be changed to the second row. The key will be 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. That means the third column will change its position to first column, whereas the first column is changed to the second position and fourth column is changed to the third position, fifth column is changed to the fourth position and the second column is changed to the position of last column. Now it will become 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. It will be applied third column to the first. So all the rows will be interchanged. It will change the position. You can apply any key set instead of 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. You can have 2, 1, 3, 4, 5 like this or 2, 3, 1, 5, 4. Any key generation can be done. Based on the key, the columns will be changing the position. Once the column is changed, it will be read column wise, written row wise and read column wise. The cipher text will be like this: ETTH, EAKI, MAOT, YCNZ, NTSG. Okay, this is the example of combining both the keyless as well as the keyed transposition cipher. The exact reverse of this will be done in the case of the decryption. Okay, this value will be taken, written column wise: ETTH, EAKI, MAOT, YCNZ, NTSG. Column wise it will be written, applied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So first column will go to third column. Second row will go to first column. Third row will go to fourth column. Fourth row will go to fifth column, fourth column. Fifth column will go to second column. It will be changed based on the decryption key. Decryption key will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will be changed. Okay. Now again it is read row by row. Okay. Here we have the decryption method. 3 will be changed to 1. 1 will be changed to 2. 4 will be changed to 3. 5 will be changed to 4. 2 will be changed to 5. Okay. Fifth will become second column. Reverse of the encryption will be done in the decryption. And again read row by row, which gives enemy attacks tonight. Okay. This will be decrypted back to the original message by the receiver. Alright. This is how you can combine both the approaches in the transposition cipher, which can be called as a columnar transposition cipher or keyed columnar transposition cipher. Alright. Next, now we shall look at the keys. How do you generate the keys? Okay. A single key is used in both the encryption and the decryption. Okay. If you are using more than one key, then you have to look at how do you generate the next key for decryption. Okay. But in this approach, we are using the single key in transposition cipher, columnar transposition cipher. We are using a single key for both the encryption and the decryption method. Okay. The two keys can be used where one will be for encryption and one for decryption. The key that is used for decryption will be generated by the same key which are used by encryption. It is not a new key, but the decryption key will be generated with the help of the encryption key. Alright. If encryption key is given, the decryption key can be generated or can be known. Here we have a diagrammatic example of that. Here we have the key. What is that? 31452 from the previous example we have taken, isn't it? Encryption will be like this. 1 will be 2. 2 will become 5. Fifth position. 2 will come to fifth position. First will come to second position. Second will be fifth position. Third will be in the first position. Fourth will be in the third position. Fifth will be in the fourth position. Okay. Now, if you want to generate the decryption key from this diagram, you can do it like this. 2, that is 2 will be in the first position. 5, 1, 3, 4. Now, how do you generate this is, so first position will be the 2. Okay. Here we have the encryption key. Column 1 becomes the transposition, changes the position to second column. Column 2 changes the position to fifth column. Column 3 changes the position to first column. Column 4 changes the position to third column. And column 5th changes the position to fourth column. Now, how do you generate the decryption is, when you observe this order, you can get to know that when decrypting, it will be reverse, isn't it? It will be the reverse process. How do you are going to do this decryption is, when you look at this, second column will be occupying the first position. So, it will be 2. Next comes is, which is going to replace the second column is the text in the fifth column. So it will be specified here 5. Okay. Next we have the third position. For third position, which column will be replaced? First column text will be replaced. It will be written here. Next, fourth column will be replacing or changing the position by the third column. So it will be 3. And fifth column will be replaced by the fourth column text. Okay. So this is how you can generate an encryption key and decryption key. If you take another example like 5, 3, 1, 4, 2. If you take like this diagram will be written like this. So we'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth column. It will be replacing this is 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. That means 3 will be replacing in the first column. Here we have 5, 3, 1, 4, 2. Now 5 will be replacing in first column. Okay. Then 3 will be replacing the second column. 1, 2. Then first will be replacing the third column. Now fourth will be replacing the fourth only. Then second will be replacing the column in the fifth position. Okay. Second will be replacing the fifth position. If you check for the decryption key, now if you look at this, okay, first column will be replaced by third, second column will be replaced by fifth column, third column will be replaced by second column, fourth column will be replaced by fourth one only, whereas fifth column will be replaced by the text in the first column. So the encryption key is when it is 53142, the decryption key will become 35241. Okay. So this will be the reverse procedure. Alright. Here we have the example. Next, let us take the coding of how do you code this cipher method when you combine both the things. Here we have the encryption key with 7 characters with the numbers 2631475. It will be written in the key table. For this, we are going to add the index. So here we have the coding example of the algorithm that is used in the columnar transposition cipher. Here we have the coding. The index will be added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means the values will be replacing. So second will come to the value 2 will come to second position. Okay. Then the value 6 will be replacing the values. 6 will be second position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 will be in the first position. 6 will be in the second position. 3 will be in the third position. 1 will be in the fourth position. Like this. So it will be swapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Index will be swapped, which will give you 2631475. Okay. Here, how do you do that in algorithmic approaches? We are going to add the key into the table, key table 2631475, and the index is written here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This index will be written in the key table, and this index value will be compared with the key, that is encrypted key, and will be replacing the encrypted key. Now, if you compare these two values, that is 2631475 with the index value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what you can observe is the values will be changing. So, how do you change the values is, so you can observe here, it will be replacing the index value, okay. The value 1 will be changed to the second position. So, this 2, second position, whereas the value 2 will be changing to 6th position. Here we have the 6 key value, 2 will be replaced to 6th column. Next, the text in the 3rd column will be changing to 3rd column only. It will be there only. Now we have the column 4. 4 will be changed to the 1st position. Okay. Next we have the column in text in the 5th column. This 5th column text will be changed to the 4th position. Okay. Next we have the column text 6 or text in the 6th column. It will be changed to the 7th position, whereas the text in the 7th column will be changed to the 5th position. So, like this, using key and index value, you can generate the encryption key as well as the decryption key. We are using the index values and changing the index values according to the key. Okay. If you take the same example, the previous key 31452, if you take the same example 31452, it will be in the key table. Okay. Key table will be replaced by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 index values. Now, these index values will be replaced by the key. Okay, now the first column will become the 3rd and the second text in the second column will come to 1st. The text in the 3rd column will go to, so this will be 3. 4th column will go to 5th position, whereas the text in the 5th column will go to 2nd position. If you check with the key, it will be 25134. Okay, 25134. That is the manual method how you can do. In coding, you can do like this using the while loop. Key will be given, index will be from 1. The loop will be executed until index is less than or equal to number of columns. Okay. Now, the decryption key is going to decrypt the index value of the encryption key. Index will be replacing here. Okay. Index will be incremented. Return the decrypted key. Okay. This is a algorithmic part of the decryption algorithm, how it is going to generate the decryption key. All right. Next, we'll get into the another method of using the matrices to decrypt the text. In that, we have generally distributed them in row and column wise and then performed the keyed and keyless transposition cipher. The another method of decrypting the same text is using the matrices. Actual matrix will be used here. Okay. Plain text and cipher text will be constructed in the form of a matrix having the rows and columns L into M. Okay. And keys are square matrix of size m cross m. It will be square matrix. That means the number of rows and columns will be equal. Alright. We have the square matrix and the normal matrix based on the text of the message. Size of the matrix in plain text and ciphertext depends on the size of the message. Alright. But the key matrix will always be square in size. Okay. The equal number of rows and columns. How do you are going to encrypt and decrypt that is? Again, a permutation matrix will be given as a square matrix. That is, key matrix will be a permutation matrix. That means you are going to permutate. Everything will be not in the same value. You are going to permutate it. Every row and every column has exactly one representing. Okay. One value in the column, entire column, only one row, one value will be 1. Rest will be zeros. Which column will be, or which text or character in the matrix will be 1 depends on the key given. Alright. Decryption will be done by multiplying ciphertext with the inverse of the key. Reverse of the encryption, decryption, it will be reversed. We do the matrix multiplication in case of matrices. Okay. Here again we have the same message and same key. Since the matrix involves matrix multiplication and multiplication cannot be done with the characters. Instead of characters, in case of matrices, we are going to use the numeric value of the characters. The message is same. Enemy attacks tonight. The message is same. Instead of character, we are going to use the numeric values or numeric equivalent of the characters arranged in row and column wise. Okay, same matrix form but in numeric representation. Next, we have the encryption key. Encryption key depends on the key. Okay, here one entire column, one value will be set to 1, other will be 0. In this, since the value is 3, third text or third position value will be set to 1. Okay. In the second column, since the integer value is 1, first numeric value in the second column will be set to 1. Next we have the value 4. The fourth value in the third column will be set to 1. Whereas the fourth column will have the fifth position representation by 1. And the last column, since the value is 2, second representation in the fifth column will be set to 1. Okay. All the other zeros, all the other positions will be set to 0. Now, we have to perform the matrix multiplication of the plain text and the encryption key to get the cipher text. Alright. Now, we have the same thing in the numeric values. The column wise it is given. We have to reverse the procedure. Here it was read row by row. Here it must be read column by column. Alright. 4, 19, 19, 7, 4, 0, 0, 10, 8 like this. Okay. This is how you can perform the matrix multiplication on the text using the plain text using the transposition cipher or columnar transposition cipher. Next we have the statistical attacks. the cryptanalysis of the transposition ciphers. Okay. The statistical attack, when you look at this, transposition ciphers do not change the frequency. You cannot change the frequency because you are just changing the position, isn't it? The frequency of repetition of a character will remain the same even though it is encrypted. The frequency of the letters in the ciphertext, it only reorders the letters. Okay. So, statistical attack can happen if the ciphertext is not long. If the ciphertext is shorter, then the adversary can attack the message and can decrypt the message. Okay. It is difficult if the ciphertext is long enough that he cannot predict the frequency of the repetition of a character. Alright. When you look at the brute force attack, what are the chances of brute force attack when you apply the transposition cipher is, if you consider L as the length of the ciphertext, say 100, or L is the length of the ciphertext, say it is 100, the number of keys could be from 1 to L. Okay. The value from 1 to L, you can take the keys. You can find, the intruder can find the number of column that divides L. You can check that how many values can be, or how many columns can be formed with the size of L. Alright. For example, if L is 20, length of the ciphertext is 20, you can have a column size of either first 1 column, 2 columns, or 4, 5 columns, like this. So, you can have the possibility of having 1 column, which is not possible, 20 columns, even that is also not possible. Then remains only 4 values, 2 columns. 2 columns can have only 2 permutations, isn't it? 2 into 1 and 2, 2 and 1, or 0, 1 or 1, 0 you can have. So, we have 4, 5, 10. Okay. Multiplication of 4, 5, 10 will be done. That means the brute force attack is possible in case of the columnar transposition cipher. Okay. Another type of attack available or that can be vulnerable to the text is the pattern attack. So, pattern attack is done on the transposition cipher. Okay. In this, ciphertext created from a keyed transposition cipher, when you use a key and change the position of the characters in the plain text, you can have a pattern. Okay. Some repeated patterns will be there. If you have used same key, repeated patterns will be there. Okay. Permuting the groups, by interchanging the groups, provide the clue to finding the plain text. If you have repetition of the characters, if you observe, you can set a pattern. Okay. Using that pattern, one can assess what will be the key that can be applied to the cipher text. Okay. The pattern attack is also possible in case of transposition cipher. Again, it uses the same concept of frequency attack. Checking the frequency of repetition of the characters will be carried out, and some patterns will be assessed. Using that assessment of the pattern, the key can be assumed and the ciphertext can be decrypted to the plain text. Alright. To avoid this pattern attack, we have the approach of double transposition ciphers. Okay. We have the pattern attack. To avoid this pattern attack, we have another solution of double transposition ciphers. How does the double transposition ciphers are going to avoid the pattern attack? We're going to discuss in the next session. All right. We'll be continuing this transposition cipher to the next session. All right. Thank you.